Morning, Terry here again. Just a couple of warnings. One is that the landscapers are out doing their mowing and blowing and trimming and all that, so you may hear that. And also there's one of our cats is hanging around, so it may appear behind me. So as much as you can, just ignore them. I get so used to it, I don't even hear it anymore. I'd like to talk a little bit about a quote that I saw a couple of days ago. It says, "Focus on yourself as a wave and you are increasingly frantic and worried. Focus on yourself as the ocean and you will find tranquility and peace of mind." Hasidism tries to wake the wave up to being the ocean. It's from Rami Shapiro, Hasidic Tales. I'll say it again, and I'll also put it in the explanation, the text for this video. It says, Rami says, "Focus on yourself as a wave and you are increasingly frantic and worried. Focus on yourself as the ocean and you will find tranquility and peace of mind." Hasidism and so much contemplative meditation type training tries to wake the wave up to being the ocean. Wave or ocean. Reminds me of a couple of dreams that I had in previous years. The first dream, I was a grain of sand in this almost endless desert. I was one grain of sand, and then in my dream, I rise up from the beach or from the desert, rise up and look around. That's kind of self-awareness. I looked at all these different grains of sand all over the place, and then I settled back into being one grain of sand in the entire desert landscape. And you could say wave, ocean, in this case, grain of sand, self-aware, let's say, or desert. I am desert, one grain of sand, which represents all the grain of sands, but just one grain of sand. And it was okay. I remember at the end of that dream just sighing and knowing it was okay. In another dream, I was self-aware and paying attention to things around me, and then I realized that I was one synapse in this endless brain, that I was attached to other synapses around me, but I was just one, and I was connected, I was self-aware, and that I could be anxious about my role in that until I somehow was able to step back and just see that I was one synapse attached to millions and billions and endless other ones. And rather than it was the all, attached, part of it, and that was also okay. And then I watched a video not long ago on the universe and putting into perspective that we here in Southwest Michigan, it's such an important thing, or in the nation with politics going on and tugs and pulls and Supreme Court making decisions that are tough for many, and a win-lose, and then looking at our times and thinking, boy, this is such a tension. What about the United States? What about this experiment of democracy? What about all this? It becomes so important. But then once I was wrapped up in that, the I, the we, the nation, even the globe, then there was this video or this documentary that talked about the Earth being part of a minor system, minor galaxy, and galaxy just being a minor one compared to others, and it just seems to go endlessly. And then they talk about different universes and how many millions of years, and it just occurred to me, I get so concerned about, potentially 75, 100 years out of millions and billions of years. So concerned about this little location on this small globe in this relatively minor solar system, minor galaxy, one universe among many universes, and recognizing that I am a person, or we are a culture, we are a nation, we are a globe within universes. So think of myself as so important in this little dot of time, in this little dot of a world, or think of myself as universe. This whole universe all unfolding. And strangely enough, at this stage of life, it doesn't diminish me somehow. It doesn't make me less significant. It doesn't make me, let's say, anxious about my little insignificant self. No, as I think about myself within the context of the whole, and think of the big we, the all, it somehow helps me to breathe more deeply. So I've been practicing since reading that a couple of days ago. When I get anxious about something or hear something on the news that is so unsettling, just remember, it's not just the now. I'm not just the wave, whatever the wave that, be it a personal wave or a cultural wave or an earth wave. Think of myself as the ocean, as the universe. That my self-awareness is like a synapse in this brain with billions and trillions of synapses that are all functioning, interconnected, part of a whole, or maybe representing the whole. It's kind of a mystical thing. So I've been working at contextualizing, let's say, or thinking of myself as ocean more than a wave. So I don't know if that makes sense or not. I'm not sure it would have made sense to me 20 or 30 years ago when I was in a different season of life, but that one resonates. Wonder if it does for you as well. Talk to you next time.